we're not where we want to be. Very, tough to take a loss again. Give credit to Kirby and to Georgia. That's a very good football team. Playing at home, coming off a loss, and played very well. I thought they played, gave us a lot of problems early with the formations. Offensively, a lot of times I don't think people give them enough credit. May not look very flashy and all that stuff, but they're very hard to defend. They're very physical, keep you off balance, and played very good. And we have to do a better job in all phases. And I thought, also defensively, we really struggled with getting off the field. We converted quite a few third downs, throughout the game, and in particular in that first half where they got us on our heels. So credit them, and again for us, again I said it before, but I appreciate our team's work. We gotta execute better, and critical moments. Examples of that are the third down and red zone and critical moments. So we'll keep on working.
Mark, there's a lot of negativity swirling just outside at this point with a bye week next week. How do you keep the guys engaged and drown as much of that out?
The guys, I just told them again. I mean, they care. They work hard, and our preparation is important to us. That's there. I mean, you think we're the only ones? Like nobody feels sorry for you in this league. Nobody's got it. I mean, throughout the country, you think we're the only people. I mean, that happens, and so you got to block it out, go back to work. And, that's what matters to me, and that's what I told them. It's about continuing to stay very positive. We're not even halfway through the season yet. We played 5. So we got 7 games left.
Mark, do you think Cutter showed some progress today?
I do. I felt like he did. I felt like we, got better in certain ways today. There were good periods of time. I think we threw the ball 40 to 42 times, and certainly they're going to create pressure, and they're great defensively always, with the coverage and with getting pressure on you. And I felt like times today we had some decent time. We got rid of the football, on time. We got some completions. I think in particular the first half, our completion percentage was a little higher, I wish we had capped it off with at least 3 there at the end of the half. Would have gave us a little momentum, but I thought we made some strides, and I thought Cutter grew up, some today.
You talk a lot about complementary football. What are you going to get the offense to kind of help the defense, especially the first half where I think they until that 2-minute drive, they only ran a dozen plays maybe?
Yeah, but I think a lot of that had to do with I agree with you, but I think the complementary side was offense. The defense really couldn't get off the field in that first half. So that's to your point. That's both sides. We got to be better. That's for sure. When the defense is on their heels, or we do need to try to possess the ball a little bit, or get a good drive, or score some points, give us some juice. But really defensively, I want to credit them, for what they did, and I think there's just things we could do better. And they present problems for you, right? I mean, they're physical inside. They get the ball in the perimeter with the strength of their guys, and tackling in space was an issue some early. So they put you in some binds, but I thought they did a really good job. We do need to be better. I think in all phases there.
You did get the interception there in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Down the score, got a chance to tie it, and quick 3 and out. Is there? What did you see there? And is there?
Yeah, give me a refresh on that possession. I don't remember.
Pass. Pass.
Yeah. I guess we should have ran. So, truthfully, I mean, yeah, not a good possession.
But there is Bush talks about being more methodical, but the passing game was there. Was that something you all saw that you needed to be able to do against this Georgia defense?
Well, we knew we had to be aggressive. We had to keep them off balance. I thought, there were spurts in there where you saw the run game getting that 4 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, and then we were able to throw it some too. And that's, what we're looking for, in trying to keep them off balance. And, I think, again, there were moments in there.
On that drive, that ended with this field goal with the first half, it's about a 20-second drive.
Yeah, we have a one-way play. We only call it one way. The ball's in the middle field. Killed a little bit too much time there. Probably should have definitely should have called time earlier, but I thought we had to dig.
Was Seth's injury in the second half significant, or just holding out the rest of the game?
No, he had an injury, same injury that he had before. Just kind of re-aggravated that. You know, we have about a week coming up, so, you know, hopefully it'll be healthy.
Mark, going back to that in the first half, it was a very final drive. Just how deflating was that to have such a great drive and then to have nothing to show for it?
Yeah, I don't think it helped, you know, because we were getting the ball to start the second half, and again, you know, I'm not sure how many possessions, but I don't think we had a lot of possessions there in the first half, you know, with the way they were driving. And, you know, so we needed 3 there.
How, I know it was late in the game, but you got something from Cameron Miller. Is that a guy you can see moving forward?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. You know, we're gonna have to. He's a guy that kind of shows up and, you know, made a really tough catch there. I believe that was on 4th down. And, you know, it's hard. We're trying to get, you know, some continuity. We're trying to make, you know, figure out our guys at the wide receiver position that could make some plays for us. And, you know, hope, you know, if he keeps on working, we'll get him some opportunities.
Mark, there was a radio report that got a lot of traction yesterday that you approached the administration about negotiating an exit last year. Is there any truth to that at all?
I mean, I hate to give anything like that legs. There's 0. I told you last year, right? I mean, you guys can write and say what you want about me, but I mean, I told you that there's 0 chance I'm walking. You know what I mean? 0. And, you know, there's no quitting me. You know, so that's unequivocally 100% false. You know, anybody says otherwise is lying.
You said at the start, we're not where we want to be.
And I don't want to address that crap no more.
You said at the start, we're not where we want to be. There's a lot of programs in this league that have made a move. And so kind of where you were a couple of years ago. Do you think you can still get Kentucky back there?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's hard. Listen, I've been there. You know, you talk about those moves, right? And knocking down some pegs and moving up. And I've been there, done that. It's hard. And yeah, you got to have the right pieces in place. You know, we're not exactly where we want to be. We're better than we've been in the recent past, but we're still not where we want to be. You know, so we're missing a few pieces, but we'll keep on working.
Mark, this was the 12th straight SEC game where you guys have not scored more than 2 offensive touchdowns. So anything you see that's going to be better moving forward this season?
Yeah, I do. I think, you know, I thought we improved today with the quarterback play, and I think we improved, you know, with some protection and you know, we need some receivers to continue to elevate and make tough, competitive catches. I thought Hunter did a nice job of giving guys some opportunities. I'd like to see us come up and make some of those plays, score some more points, and you know, so I think we're, you know, moving in the right direction. Obviously, I'm not pleased with that, you know, where we're at, and not scoring enough points. But I think we're showing some improvement.
Mark, even before the injury, I mean, Seth didn't have anything against his best day. What was Georgia doing these last few opponents has been able to do to slow
Well,
them down?
you know, Georgia, you know, saw, you know, Seth and other backs and us having some, you know, success, and those, you know, they know that coming into it. You know, Kirby talks about it. He knows, you know, we want to be physical. He knows we're going to want to run the ball to set up some pass. I mean, and they're pretty good.
Anything else, guys?
Obviously got the interception there in the first half.
Pardon me?
Jordan Love got the interception there in the first half, kind of left the game after that. Is there updates to how he's doing?
He played, you know, through, you know, some pain, you know, today. So we'll see where he's at. But he played hard and gave it everything he had, and it was certainly banged up and not feeling great.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Coach.